Hey, thanks for checking out this video. Welcome to the couch. I finally made it onto the couch, unlike some of my other videos where I'm on the floor in front of my couch, because that's where I had a table before. So something that I wrestle with every now and then these days, I'll start by explaining. So I don't know when I was younger how much of a I don't really think I had some grand plan for what my life would be or how things would go. But I think when you're young, you probably do take for granted to some degree that things are gonna turn out well. I do find myself sometimes feeling like life is moving way too fast, and I feel behind where I want to be right now, at least. Sometimes it's almost like a panicked or like an anxious feeling to feel like time is running out, and I'll feel like I'm not as young as I once was, and I only have so much time left to, I guess, achieve the things I want to achieve. And sometimes I would wish I was more ahead in certain areas than I am, probably because I'm afraid I'm never like sometimes I'm afraid because of that lack of having accomplished certain things or not being at the place I want to be at will mean that like I will die and have never gotten to, the point I would like to be at. And then I'll catch myself thinking about why that is and feeling, as I bet a lot of people do, but feeling sometimes frustrated with that nurture side of things. So when I was younger, I liked to dance a lot. I still like to, but and it's not like I would have wanted my mother to be like a stage mother, although she does a good job. Like she used to declare that she was not a stage mother. So um that was something I didn't like really end up being able to pursue, because there wasn't, I could look back and go, oh, well, there wasn't the, support to do that, or there wasn't the enthusiasm. And if I'm being honest with myself, like, I don't know how enthusiastic I was all the time about doing certain things either. So I will, I will admit that. But like, it can just be any of those things. Like, some people's parents force them to learn to play piano or really encourage them in certain, athletics or different things. And so it can be frustrating when you're like, oh, I didn't have that same experience, and now maybe I wish I was good at some of the things that I'm not, that now if I want to be good at them I have to put in a lot of work, and maybe I'll never get to where I would have liked to have gotten to with that. And I don't know, maybe some of these things seem like stupid examples, but I'm just trying to get the point across. So, but when I'm feeling this way, and I think it's somewhat natural for people in general to look for, yeah, like look for someone to blame, to feel frustrated with, and I think usually it's parents, because they are the people who are there for us the most, or love us the most, or like most invested, like they're the most invested people in our lives. And so if we feel like we're not where we'd like to be, that's a that's kind of there's a direct link there, or it's an easy source to kind of look to. Things might be there might be things to the degree that you feel like you need to actually have a conversation, or write something down just for yourself to like get things out of your head. There might also be things like, maybe a parent who worries a lot, and their, worry leads them to react in a certain way towards different choices that you make or things that you think. And And that worry kind of instills like or not maybe instills, because we all have, like I said, it's the nature nurture, but maybe that rather than make it better, it makes whatever temperament you already have when it comes to self-trust maybe not improved. And that's, something that would have been good to have had more help with. Something I've realized even just really recently is that maybe the underlying message is, like, why didn't you, whatever it is, the underlying message could be like, why didn't you care enough about me to teach me these things, or to respond to me in a way that would have been actually helpful? But what I found myself thinking lately, and probably, or maybe because I have put some work into this stuff over the last several years, is that when I'm thinking or feeling that way, a couple things. One is that there's probably a need for me to, that idea of your inner child and sort of reparenting that inner child. So it is probably in some ways that maybe I'm not taking great care of myself in some ways right now. Maybe I'm not exercising as much as I probably would be, as probably would be good for me. Or maybe I'm just eating a bunch of crap and not managing that so well. So that's probably where some of that frustration comes from. Probably now, some of it, instead of directing it at myself when I feel it, maybe I direct it outward. But also, something that I've thought when I feel frustrated in the way I've described is to look at my parents and say, and look at what's going on with them or what their life has been like. Has their reality matched their dreams the way that they had hoped that they would? I guess I just say that to illustrate that when I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, and I know that I'm placing blame or frustration on someone else. How do I say this? I guess what I'm getting at is that this isn't a situation of people, my parents in this case, being, withholding. I think it's a matter of people are imperfect and they don't, if they haven't done for themselves, then how can they do for you, right? If they haven't achieved certain things for themselves, or they haven't had the tools to manage certain types of issues that they have, how can they teach you to manage yours? And it helps to stop, for those reasons, it helps to stop looking backward, because I guess just like myself, I can't make different, like even in my own past, I can't be different than who I was before I learned the lessons that I needed to learn to be who I am now. And that goes for everyone. But something neat to realize when you're starting to look at things from a more positive, I guess, perspective is that I think it may be, even possible, looking at things this way, to get to a place of being happy and feeling like we have arrived at where we would like to be, even despite not having the start that we think we should have had, whatever that means. And I would say, like, I even think it's probably totally possible that we could even surpass, where we think, or where we had hoped, where we hope we would be at. Like when we feel those frustrations and think, oh, I wish I I wish I was this person right now. I think it's even possible when you look at things in a different light that it's possible to get there and to even surpass it because, like what do we even really know about what's good for us? Like that's a whole other thing that is, a journey to come to terms with on its own. Also, I hope that this didn't come across that I'm just like, parents are stupid idiots that don't know anything and ruin our lives. Like that is not that is not how I'm meaning for this to come across. It's just the point is everyone I think gets to that place where they have those frustrations or are blaming and looking outward, and I think we all go through that. So that's the point, is to talk about that and where we can go with it, not to just be like parents suck and are dumb, because I'm a parent. I hope that you know I hope my kids think I did a decent job someday when they get older. Maybe they think it now. I hope they do. I try, really, I try quite hard. So, yeah. I need to hurry up because my camera has, if you've noticed things seem disjointed, my camera has died like twice now, maybe 3 times. And I don't know, its battery life is like not good for some reason. Anyhow, my name is Lisa Q. Thank you for joining me on the couch. If you, one thing I wanted to say, yeah, definitely, if you have anything to add, any of your own thoughts, please put them in the comments. And if you liked this video, hit the like button. If you enjoy oversharing in general, that's my thing. So subscribe. And these are the ways that YouTube uses, I guess, to put my video in other people's faces to see if they think I'm their kind of person as well. So thank you. I think that's it. Okay, bye.